I've been a faculty at UNM for 21 years. So this is my 21st year. I had a great experience on the intellectual property protection. I did not know about it when I was just hired as a junior faculty, and then I knew that if we develop ideas, we can protect these ideas and file for patents and protect them. So my experience has been great through a lot of work with STC first and then UNM Rainforest. Being a civil engineer, a structural engineer, and thinking always of whatever we produce is for the use of by the public. We always want to evolve our ideas to something valuable by the public. So that's always been the drive I have since I become an engineer, or actually that's the drive to become an engineer. Protecting this from a research point of view if you are looking at research, it's usually a challenging problem that you like to solve it and you like to make it available for others. So I think protection of the IP is important in this. It gives incentives to faculty, to researchers, that they can solve these problems and make some imprint, make something, make a contribution to the public. Well, I'm now the CEO of a startup company, TS Nano, so I have a great experience with commercializing the technology I have. I have multiple patents. Not all of them, of course, have the same level of commercialization, but my experience is commercialization comes from two parts. I think sometimes the idea is ahead of the market a little bit, and that makes it sometimes hard to commercialize. And sometimes the idea is right on time, and I think the case for the work we've done on developing materials for stopping the leakage of methane from abandoned wells. I think we were timely, and that helped us in the commercialization. But I realized that some of my ideas and some of other ideas I've seen by other faculty sometimes are a bit ahead of the game, and sometimes that takes a number of years for commercialization. Commercialization put us in front of companies. And then sometimes when you do this, and that happened to me in my research sometime, companies start asking questions that are different than the original research questions you were looking at. Now we are facing some more practical challenges that the companies like the ideas, but they want to see them more valuable. And that is by addressing these practical challenges. And that direct your research now to evolve the research, in my opinion, because you take the research from an idea in the lab, benchmark study to actually try to scale it up, to start solving practical, challenging requirements. And that actually gives the research a little more value. And many times direct the research and help us actually in acquiring more funding, because now you are addressing a problem that is bigger or more practical. So commercialization has been great in this, exposing the idea to a wider public. Usually we see the academic contributions by faculty in three folds. We see the teaching, research, and service. I think the IP work, the intellectual property and the protection of it and commercializing it, moves some of the work that we have as research to the service component. And usually a junior faculty would be more focused on the research and teaching with very little contributions on service. And we always as faculty see the service like service to the university or service to the profession, like we review papers, we actually sit in committees. But as you grow in age and become a senior faculty, you are expected to have more service, more contributions. And I think commercialization and being part of the community in a commercial way, like you're producing a product, you are having a company, you're seeing the real problems, you are contributing to solve them. I think that's a bigger contribution on the service side. And that is part of the academic contributions as I see it. It's a great opportunity as a faculty to have that, to start seeing your work coming into the service side that can be service to the public, and you can make a bigger contribution to the community. It is important to go out of your comfort zone. The comfort zone for faculty is to teach, do the research in the lab, do publications. It is a challenging job. So many people do not realize that it is still a comfort zone for the faculty because it's challenging to do this task as it is. But I think it's very critical to leave the comfort zone and to start looking at the problem from not just what is going to be good for publishing it, or to actually look at the real problem, look at the practical issues. Leave your comfort zone and look beyond it. I think the challenge is bigger, but the reward is higher. So that's what I would advise junior faculty with. Don't stay in your comfort zone too long.